I got ball, I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. Screen come on your left. Wait on it. Go, sir.
Curry to Thompson. Here comes the screen. Green to Thompson. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Thaddeus Young. Short jumper off the mark. Warriors have the basketball. Porter against the former Cougar. To Curry. Thompson. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Down just a couple. To Nick Young. Thompson won't go down.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight finals wins. Green goes to the right side. Two-point shot for Curry. Gets a look. Can't hit. Thaddeus Young sizing up Draymond Green. Can't connect from inside.
Hey, switch, I got him.
And finishes. Draymond takes it out on the rim.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Oh, here it is, here it is.
Dunn to Levine. Down to Young. Zach Levine missed his first. That one goes.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Curry. Down low, Cauley Stein. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Bulls with it. Dunn to Porter. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Curry into the front court. Down 4. Young down to Cauley Stein. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he had it.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Trying to cash in. And the rebound grabbed by the Warriors. Here's Curry with it up top. Trailing by 4. To Green. To Curry. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
You're on the island now.
Dunn to Wendell Carter.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Uh-oh.
Levine to Chris Dunn. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Russell to Green. Has a chance. Green with a shot that won't go down.
Got him.
to Zach Levine.
I got ball, I got ball.
Here comes the screen.
Hey, double screen.
Thaddeus Young, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Russell into the front court. 8-2, our score. Throws it up. And Draymond Green throws it down.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Levine to Young. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
Who gonna do this?
Trying to cash in. A shot by Young, no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Driving right to the basket. And the Warriors have the rebound. Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Young. Can't connect from in close. Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Alec Burks. Here comes the screen. Alec Burks. They'll get it down to Green. Draymond Green. 3 for 4. Good start.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Dunn to Porter. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Hey, keep shooting the ball.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Livingston to Green. Short jumper stays out.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Golden State at the controls. Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
On a bad pass, going to be taken away by the Warriors. Alec Burks to Russell.
Screen, screen.
Got it.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while too, I guess.
I got ball, I got ball.
To Porter. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Russell into the front court. Down by 1. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Livingston. Nice pass to set things up.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, that's how it's done.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Get back, get back, get back.
Russell to Sean Livingston. And counted at the rim.
He was so wide open. Pretty much looked like a deer staring into the headlights. Last resort, but still, points on the board.
Fires the three. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Russell with it up top. Leads 4.
Watch that cutter.
To Sean Livingston. 5 to shoot for Golden State.
Watch that back door. Watch that back door.
From long range, Livingston can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. To Markkanen. He wants it at the rim and scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Russell into the front court. 2-point advantage. And a chance coming up at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
D'Angelo Russell has got 2 shots coming. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Good shot. Good shot.
Look long, look long.
To Young. Beyond the arc for 3. And Thaddeus Young. It's good off the quick release.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Screen's coming.
Here comes the screen. Runner here won't go.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you. Me and you.
To Markkanen. Here's a chance from long range. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Yes, D'Angelo Russell looking good. 4 for 5.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Young. He made his first effort, but not that time. Young into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Russell to Green. Russell, old school, backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
I'm on D. I got ball.
To Levine for 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
That's me. I got
To Russell. No good and no foul. To Young. Thaddeus Young. He's now 4 for 6.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Russell with it up top. Shot clock off as they look to break the tie.
Shoot it again.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Screen coming. Tough make through traffic.
Yes, sir. Way to shoot it, boy.
Knock loose.
Lock up.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter, and it's deadlocked. All tied up. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second.
We got this. Let's go.
To Porter. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Russell. The drive, right to the basket. Here comes the screen. The shot clock expires.
Get him, give it right back to you. Good shot.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball.
Fires the three. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Nice finish at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Warriors have the basketball. Driving right to the basket. Lauri Markkanen sends it away. Thompson. To Russell. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Porter. Lets it fly from long range, and out of Porter. So smooth. Catch and shoot, buries the three.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Curry. To Thompson. Russell. To Curry. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Otto Porter. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Curry to bring it up. Down a point. To Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Knocked loose. Thompson to bring it into the front court. He'll run the offense. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
And Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the 3. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
Bulls with the rock to Porter. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Count the basket at the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him, make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
That's me. I got ball.
Gets it in the right corner.
Shot up, rebound.
Gets it to go. The percentage lied with the defense. The shooter strikes that time.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And Steph, he can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the three. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit it.
Yes, Klay Thompson, 2 of 4 now.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
It's Curry controlling the offense.
Hold on. I got your help here.
Cruises inside for 2.
Yeah, 2 points.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
I got ball. Let's speak.
It's good, and 1.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw, good. Caps off the 3-point play.
Yes, sir.
The lead is 4.
Defense.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Curry to Thompson. Fires the 3. Missed it. Markkanen to Porter. From long range, that's the length at his spot for Otto Porter. Man on him, he still buries it.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
And hits the first free throw.
Good shot.
And he makes them both.
We know what's coming. Go get him.
My ball.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Go time is go time.
My ball. I got ball.
Thaddeus Young snatching it out of the air. Chicago with the possession. Throws it down.
Everything about Porter is so low-key. No social media, and he's one of the few high-caliber NBA players that manages to stay out of the public eye while producing at an elite level in a number of categories.
Draymond Green. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Carter. Goes to the right side. Beyond the arc for 3. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Cleans it up. Oh, Draymond with the putback slam.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching right now.
Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
It's Chicago ball.
Get down.
Porter.
Here it come.
Play some D, play some D.
To Zach LaVine. Has a look.
Mine.
Shot
Make
no
the next,
good
make
there
the
by
next.
LaVine. Russell into the front court. 14-point deficit. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Young. Over to the right side. Porter. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Out of bounds.
Let's go get it. It's on us.
Pick up.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here's a chance from long range. Good for three.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
It goes down.
That's a bucket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Porter.
Let's go. Let's play deep.
It's Golden State basketball. Russell to Alec Burks for three. No good.
Here we go.
To Porter. Has a chance. Rebound taken by Jerebko. Knocked loose. Love the hustle. Sprawled down on the deck. Alec Burks to Russell.
Take that.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Wendell Carter. And scores. Strong take.
Good shot, boy.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Chicago possession. To Wendell Carter. Off the assist.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Livingston to bring it up. His guys down big. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Deep right corner. Porter. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they can be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
4-3 off the iron. No good. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
And Draymond Green throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Great pass to set it up. Add 2 points to the board.
Good side, good side.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
And that's going to get out of bounds. It stays with Golden State. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Everybody pick up. Everybody pick up. D up. D up.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. I got ball.
To Porter. Fires the three. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot.
all right.
But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
It's Steph at the controls. Knock loose.
They curl the ball. It's not a good look.
Count it.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Curry into the front court. Down a bundle. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
That's me, I got it.
Hey,
Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He misses. Markkanen slams it down. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. It has been all Bulls. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the fourth.
Come on, let's go get it. It's on us.
Self-check. Got help.
Curry. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
To Levine. Count the bucket for 2.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Going to launch, beyond the arc, buries it. It's a 3.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Stephen Curry with a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Oh, I see you've been working out, huh?
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
I got ball.
Young.
Got for him. Let's go.
It's good.
Ed, I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
To Alec Burks. Alec Burks with the slam.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
To Zach Levine. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Zach Levine forcing that one there. Well defended. Nothing going here on that drive. Alec Burks to Nick Young. Here comes the screen.
Watch the screen.
To Alec Burks. Down to 5 on the 24. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Curry with the basketball. He'll run the offense. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Working it outside. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot. Possession lies with Golden State. Young to Curry. That is great vision to set it up. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
From long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And the nice finish at the rim.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Curry into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Gotta shoot that. Gotta shoot that.
Beyond the arc for three. That won't go.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Young. Has a look. Young shot off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Young. Here's a chance from long range. And the rebound taken by Golden State. That's rebounded by Chicago.
I got him. I got him.
To Levine. Zach Levine. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better. Warriors basketball. It's a turnover as they head the other way. To the rim. For 3, shakes free and hits.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball's in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Knocks down the first.
What's up, boy? Uh-huh.
Hits the second. One more coming.
And another one.
3 for 3. Nice. Warriors have the basketball.
Get yours. I got mine.
Lays it up and in.
Shoot it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
I got ball. I got ball.
To Young. 4-3. And it's Curry who comes up with the board.
Box out. Box out. Box out. Box out.
To Zach Levine. Fires the three. Oh, Zach LaVine, good on the quick release that time.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Watch that screen.
Wide open look won't go. To LaVine, lets it fly from long range, knocks it down, and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Zach LaVine with a chance at a 4-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good. He's able to polish off the 3-point play.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Zach LaVine. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Textbook defense. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Whoops, that won't go.
Double, double, double.
Knock loose. Bulls come away with it. And the basket good at the rim.
Hey, keep shooting the ball.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his follow-through.
LaVine. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Shifting gears, here come some substitutions.
Hold on.
Curry. Thaddeus Young, able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Green.
Defense, let's go.
Thompson to Green. Curry. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Stance is coming. Can you stance? Here we go. I got ball.
To LaVine. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Curry.
My ball.
Watch the pick. Watch the pick on your right.
Runner's good there.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Wendell Carter powers it through. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Turns and slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Curry. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Curry.
My ball, my ball.
There's a pass stolen by Chicago.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach LaVine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
Shot up.
Off the mark. Surprise.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Bulls have it.
I got ball.
To Zach LaVine. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Livingston across the timeline. Down a bundle. Thompson. Not that time.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
To Nick Young. Terrific vision. Cauley Stein powers it through.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To LaVine. From long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
To Porter. Beyond the arc for three. He engulfed him that time. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Golden State at the controls. To Nick Young. Here comes the screen. Nick Young against Porter. To Thompson. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Pass the ball.
Here we go.
Thaddeus Young. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Hey, come on, dog. You got to play better D than that. What is that, dog? Come on, man.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Shot at the buzzer's good. Not the greatest show of sportsmanship. An already contentious battle has now come to a close.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Come